Okay, today we're going to talk about finding mean. I do have the definitions here for the different measures of center, mean, median, and mode, and I have range and outlier here as well. Mean is what we're going to focus on today, the mathematical average of a set of numbers, and we find that by finding the sum of the numbers and then dividing by the number of values or the number of numbers we have. I also do have just this little quick note here that when we talk about these with students, they will frequently confuse which one is which. What is mean, what is mode, what is median. So I do, as just a little reminder, with mode, I have them think of the word most. Both of them start with MO. With median, we look at the D's. They have D in the middle because the median is the middle number when you put them in order from least to greatest. So median, middle. Mean is another type of middle, but median is the actual physical middle from least to greatest. The range is the difference between the smallest and largest data values, and we'll look at that in another lesson. And then the outlier, which we will look at a little bit here, is a value that is very different from the rest of the data set. So if we look down here in number 3, we have numbers that are all between 32 and 56. 4 is very different from that, so 4 would be the outlier. So we'll just look at finding the mean here with these 3 examples and chat about what students might need to watch out for. So we will add all of these values together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 values, so we'll add them all together. And when we do that, the sum is 191. I have this on another piece of paper, so I'm just double checking. 191.5, actually on another screen, not on paper. And we have 8 values. So we would get the sum of 191 divided by 8, and the answer there would be 23.94. And so that is really pretty straightforward. We just add them all together, divide by the number of numbers we have. The only thing you really want to watch out for here is if you are having students do this on a calculator, you need to be careful to make sure that they add all of these values together and then hit the equal sign and then hit divided by 8. Because if they just go through add the last value and they then hit divided by 8, if they have a calculator that follows order of operations, the calculator will do 10 divided by 8 first and then add everything else. And their answer for mean will be completely different. I'm just going to do this real quickly on my calculator in front of me. Minus 10 plus 10 divided by 8. It looks like it might give me something like 182.75 if I didn't hit the equal sign in between. I did do that quickly, so you can double check me and see if that's correct. But if you find students who are using a calculator and their answer is just way off from where it should be, that is most likely what's happening. They're not hitting the equal sign after they have added everything and before they hit the division sign. So that's just one little thing to watch out for. Okay, example number 2, we add all of these together and I look at my other notes page. Our sum is 1,015 and 4 hundredths. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 values, so we divide by 5. And the answer is 203 and 8 thousandths. Now, number 1, I did end up rounding off. I think that one was a repeating decimal, so I did end up rounding that to 0.94. All right, and then number 3, we noticed that there was an outlier. So I will have students find the mean with the outlier and without the outlier so that they can see what difference is made when there is a value that is very different. So if we do this with the outlier, the sum is 314, and we have 8 values, so we divide by 8. And our mean in this case is 39 and 25 hundredths. If we take the outlier out, and now if students are asked to find it with and without the outlier, many will just go back and re-add everything except for the 4, but they could just take the 4 away from their 314 and divide by one less value because we're not using that number. So we have 310 divided by 7, and that gives us a mean of 44 and 29 hundredths. So simply taking that outlier out shifts the mean from 39-ish up to 44-ish. And so it's nice to have a little conversation there and ask students, well, what do you think might happen if the outlier had been 100? Would this mean have gone up or would it have gone down? What would have happened? How would they be different from with the outlier to without the outlier? And it's a great time to have some different conversations about data sets and how it's possible for one or two values in a data set to completely change what the measures of center might be with that data set. Okay, I think that is about it for finding mean. If you have any questions, let me know.